Meet Frank Hayes, one of the weirdest legends in sports history, a professional athlete, peak performance, iron will, one shot at glory. Frank was a jockey, underdog, and the first man to prove that in horse racing, you don't even have to be alive to cross the finish line first. It's 1923. America's in full swing. Jazz, flappers, and bootleg everything. Meanwhile, you're a little-known stablehand at Belmont Park in New York. Not a star, not even a pro jockey. You just muck out stalls and dream. Dream of riding in a real race. Dream of winning. Dream of not dying in the middle of it. So when someone taps you to ride a long-shot horse named Sweetkiss, you say yes, even though you've never won a race. Your odds are 2-0, and the only thing thinner than your resume is your pulse. Apparently, but hey, no pressure. June 4th, 1923. Belmont Park is packed. Jockeys mount up, spectators scream. Sweetkiss, your horse, is snorting, twitching, full of energy. You, not so much. See, the thing is, you've been starving yourself for days to make weight. Reports say you dropped 10 pounds in a week. Nothing like dehydration, stress, and adrenaline to prime your heart for failure. You settle into the saddle. The gates fly open, and off you go. Something strange happens during the race. You're doing well, really well. Sweetkiss is flying down the track, hooves thundering, mane whipping back like a hero shot from a war movie. And you, Frank Hayes, are motionless, frozen, focused, dead. No one notices at first, because your body, still upright, still gripping the reins, still balanced like a professional. It's only after Sweetkiss wins, crossing the finish line first, that someone realizes Frank Hayes is not celebrating. Frank Hayes is not moving. Frank Hayes is dead. The crowd erupts. Cheers, applause, victory. A 22-1 underdog just smoked the field. Sweetkiss is a hero. And Frank, still slumped forward, head bobbing like he's exhausted from the win. The announcers probably think, wow, what focus. But as trainers rush over, joy turns to horror. You, dear Frank, have suffered a massive heart attack mid-race, likely sometime around the final stretch, and somehow remained in the saddle, held up by sheer momentum and muscle memory. Dead, but victorious. Let us be clear. You are now the only jockey in recorded history to win a professional horse race while no longer among the living. Jockey dies, mid-race he still wins. People are stunned and fascinated. Doctors say the cause of death was heart failure brought on by extreme physical stress. Others point to your rapid weight loss and nervous anticipation as potential triggers. Either way, you're now a permanent trivia answer, an urban legend with medical receipts. As for Sweetkiss, never raced again. People whispered that the horse was now haunted, because, let's be honest, your ghost probably didn't dismount. From that day forward, she was known as Sweetkiss of Death. Even Hollywood would reject this script as too ridiculous. You weren't even supposed to be there. You weren't a trained pro. You were a stable hand who got one shot and absolutely nailed it. Even if it killed you, they say, go out on top. You took that literally. You didn't just win. You crossed the finish line as a corpse. Flawless posture, immaculate reins, dead silent. Jockeys now train for decades to achieve that kind of form. You did it posthumously. So next time you're feeling lazy, remember Frank Hayes, a man who beat the odds, conquered the track and died doing what he loved. Even if he didn't have time to enjoy the trophy, we salute you, Frank, the only guy in sports history who can say, I went out a champion, And didn't he even need a heartbeat to do it? You were legendary. So hit subscribe, because if Frank can finish a race after dying, you can finish this video.